Hey y'all, what's going on? Today I'm here with something a little bit different on this channel. It is Madden 21 predicting the 2020-2021 playoffs. This is something that I did on my main channel last year, Fun Times with T. But this year I'm going to put it on T Predicts because this is a prediction video even though I'm not predicting the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate all of the playoff matchups. This video is a little bit late as I'm uploading it a day after the playoffs start. I'm sorry, but I figured because it's Madden predicting the playoffs, it doesn't really matter. And yes, this is something other people have done, but I want to see what my copy of Madden does. So let's get on to the video. Alright, so my prediction on what Madden's going to do. I think they're going to have the Bills win. Last year, they had the Bills do really good in the playoffs, even though in real life they didn't. This game has already happened. The Bills won. My prediction would have been the Bills winning. It was a close game, so let's see what Madden thinks. Let's sim to the end of the game. Alright, so far no score. Colts first one to score. Bills still have not scored. There they go. They get on the board with a field goal. Colts 14-3 lead. Bills coming back 14-10. Now it's 21-10 lead. Bills could choke in the playoffs. Oh, and they're in the lead all of a sudden. How did that happen? Now the Colts have the lead. 28-25. They're field goal away. Tied the game. We're in overtime. It's 28-28. Who we're scored for? And it's the Bills with a game-winning field goal. Barely survived the number 7 seed Indianapolis Colts. The game wasn't that close in real life, but man, 31-28 in overtime. The Bills barely survived the Colts. So the next matchup is the Seahawks versus the Lambs. Let's see what Madden predicts for that one. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and sim. For this game, I think Madden's going to pick the Seahawks to win. In real life, the Rams ended up winning the game. I don't know who I actually would have went with. I went back and forth. I think because John Wolford started, if I would have known that ahead of time, I'd probably pick the Seahawks, even though Jared Goff ended up playing the majority of the game. But anyways, let's see what Madden thinks is going to win the game. Alright, will this be a defensive game like it was in real life? Seahawks already with a touchdown. It doesn't look like. Rams somehow get 10 points all of a sudden. That was a quick 10 points. Now if the game's tied 10-10. Seahawks with a field goal 13-10. Rams tie the game 13-13. We've had some close games so far in these simulations. Still 13-13. Seahawks get a field goal. Now here's the defense. 16-13. Will anyone score? Oh, Seahawks take a 23-13 lead. Sorry to tell you, Madden, you're already a little wrong in that prediction, but it's okay. I understand. I wish I would have got this video out earlier, but I didn't have time until right now to record it. So yeah, Madden thinks Seahawks we're gonna beat the Rams, even though that didn't happen. The next matchup is the Washington football team versus the Buccaneers. Let's see what happens. All right, so for this matchup, I predict Madden's probably going to pick Tampa Bay to win. In real life, I would have picked Tampa Bay to win. Obviously, the game already happened, and Tampa Bay ended up winning. It says Alex Smith's going to be playing. I don't think I can change it. Last time I checked, I don't know if Taylor Heineke was even on the wall. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. It's whatever. We'll just go with it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and sim to the end of the game. All right. Who gets the first score? Tampa Bay with a field goal. Washington with a touchdown. They have a 7-3 lead. Tampa Bay another field goal, 7-6. Washington with a field goal. It's 10-6 now. Still no score. Tampa Bay has no offense right now. Oh, now they're up 13-10. Washington with a touchdown, 17-13. Tampa Bay with a touchdown, 20-17. Now we're tied, 20-20. Tampa Bay uses all 3 timeouts. So does Washington, and they win with a game-winning field goal. Washington, 23-20, wins the game. Wow, that's not something that happened in real life, but obviously Madden thinks something that no one else did. Washington defeats Tampa Bay according to Madden, even though that didn't happen in real life. Maybe if they had Alex Smith, I don't know. Taylor Heineke played really well, though. All right, the Titans versus Ravens. This game has not happened. Hopefully I get this video out before the game happens. I hope I do, but as recording this game has not happened. My prediction for Madden, I think they're going to predict the Ravens to win. I feel like they have the better overall. That just makes sense. And who do I think is going to win? I'm going to probably go Ravens as well. I know this is a rematch of last year's playoff game, and the Titans beat the Ravens. I don't know. I think the Ravens get the revenge, and Lamar Jackson finally gets a playoff win. So I'm going to go with the Ravens. Yeah, let's go ahead and sim to the end of the game. All right, who gets the first score? Ravens on the board first, 7-0. Titans, now they're tied the game 7, so now they take the lead 14-7. Ravens get a field goal 14-10. Titans up 21-10 now. Ravens 2-point conversion 21-18. Now it's 24-18. Ravens take the lead 25-24. Now they're up 32-24. Can Titans come back? They cannot. So Madden predicts the Ravens are going to get their revenge over the Titans and win 32-24. All right, the next game is the Bears versus Saints. Let's see what happens. So the Bears versus Saints. I think Madden's going to predict the Saints to win this game. It'd be kind of shocking to predict the Bears to win. Once again, for some reason, they have Nick Foles as the starting quarterback. I don't know why. That doesn't really make that much sense. Trubisky's going to start. So sorry about that. That's another inaccurate one. But yeah, I think the Saints are probably going to win this game in real life as well. That'd be my prediction. But the Bears, could shock them. It'd be shocking if the Bears beat them, but you never know. The Saints do like to choke in the first round, so I wouldn't be shocked. Last year I was shocked when the Saints lost the game. This year, I wouldn't be as shocked because it's just expected now. But yeah, let's go ahead and sim to the end of the game. All right, Bears get the early touchdown, 7-0. Now Saints go and tie the game, 7-7. Bears up 14-7 now. Now it's 14-10. Now that the Saints are up 17-14, can they pull away or will the Bears keep it close? They're up 24-14 now, but Bears come back 24-21. Saints widen the gap again, 31-21. And the Saints pull away at the end of the game to win 38-21. That could be what happens in real life. I think the Bears are probably the worst team in the playoffs, even worse than the Washington football team, even though the record's one game better. Who knows? The Bears could pull off a miracle, but I think it's more likely that the Saints actually do win this game. So, yeah, the final game of the wild card is the Browns versus Steelers. Let's see who Madden thinks is going to win that game. Browns versus Steelers. For Madden, I think Madden's probably going to predict the Browns to win. They are slightly a higher overall than the Steelers. In real life, the Browns are missing a lot of people, so they're going to have some issues. So maybe I'm going to go with the Saints, possibly. Or not the Saints, the Steelers. Not the Saints. That was the last game. Yeah, let's go ahead and sim the game. Browns early touchdown, 7-0. Browns up 14-0. The Steelers are choking. Now it's 17-0. Can the Steelers get on the board? They do, 17-7. Can they make a comeback? There doesn't look like it. 24-7. Steelers on 24-10. We're down by 14. Now it's 24-17. They're looking to make a comeback. Browns, though, widen the gap, 31-17. 34-24. Looks like they're going to hold on. And the Browns get a playoff victory over the Steelers. I wouldn't be shocked if it happened, although the Browns are going to be missing a lot of people, so that's definitely going to hurt them. But who knows? You never know. It's always possible. All right, so now we're in the divisional round. The first game, I don't know what order they would play in, but the first game we do is the Chiefs, who got the first round bye, against the 6-seeded Browns. That's who they'd be playing in the scenario where the Browns, Ravens, and Bills all win. So yeah, let's go ahead and sim to the end of the game. But first, actually, for Madden, I think Madden's going to pick the Chiefs to win this game, and in real life, I would pick the Chiefs to win the game. So now let's go ahead and sim to the end of the game. All right, who gets the first score? Chiefs on the board first, 3-0. Now it's 10-0. Can Browns score? They get on the board 10-3. Still no score. It's 10-3. It's a very defensive game now. Browns tie the game 10-10. They're looking to shock the Chiefs. It's 13-10 now. Chiefs barely have the lead. Still no score. 13-10. Now it's tied 13-13. Can the Browns pull off? It's 20-13. Chiefs tie the game. We're in overtime. 20-20. And they win with the game-winning touchdown in overtime. Chiefs are able to win the game 20-13. Or sorry, 26-20. That's my bad. That's how I think it's going to happen in real life. I don't know if it'll be that dramatic or if this game even happens, but Madden thinks the Chiefs are going to win the game. So the next matchup is the Seahawks versus the Saints. I think Madden's going to predict the Saints to win this game, and obviously this game isn't going to happen in real life. The Seahawks did not beat the Rams, but in this matchup, I probably would have predicted the Saints to win this game because I don't think the Seahawks can really do anything offensively. They kind of proved it against the Rams. So yeah, let's go ahead and sim to the end of the game. And who does Madden think will advance the NFC Championship game? All right, Seahawks off to the early lead, 7-0. Still no score from the Saints. It's still 7-0. Now it's 14-0. Seahawks are blowing out the Saints, 21-0. Finally, Saints on the board. But now it's 24-7, 31-7. It's not even close. The Saints are getting blown out of the water. And in Drew Brees' final run, Madden thinks they are going to come up short, 34-22. The Seahawks, according to Madden, blow the Saints out of the water. Madden, I really hope you don't predict the Seahawks to win, because that just will not look good for you. Who knows how the Saints are going to do in the playoffs, but, you know, Madden thought the Seahawks were going to do well in the playoffs, and everyone on the Seahawks proved them wrong. So, yeah, the next matchup is the Washington football team versus the Packers. Let's see who Madden thinks is going to win that game. All right, so a Washington football team versus the Packers. Another matchup we already know is not going to happen because the Washington football team actually lost to the Buccaneers in real life. But Madden had the Washington football team beating the Buccaneers, so I would predict the Packers handle the Washington football team here pretty well. It'd be shocking if the Packers didn't win this game in the simulation, but yeah, let's just see who Madden determines is going to win this game. All right, Washington football team out to an early lead, 7-0. Oh, don't tell me they're going to win this game. They're up 10-0. Packers are choking, but now it's 10-7. Finally, they get on the board. Can they gain some momentum? Still 10-7. Now they're up 17-7. It's 17-10. Washington football team has a 10-point lead. Now Packers 2017, 27-17. This is madness. 27-20. We're in overtime. Packers have come back and they win the game. Wow. A lot of emotion there. Washington football team had the lead the whole game. Had what, a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, maybe 14. Alex Smith is disappointed there, and I would be too. Almost, the Washington football team almost went to the NFC Championship game, but instead, Madden thinks it will be the Packers and the Seahawks in the NFC Championship game. There's only one more game to predict in the divisional round, and that is the Ravens versus the Bills. So let's see who Madden thinks wins that game. All right, so the Bills versus Ravens. I think Madden's going to pick the Ravens to win this game. Last year, in my last Madden video that I made last year, the Bills beat the Ravens pretty handily in that simulation. So, yeah, this is a Madden rematch from last year. This time, the Bills are probably going to be the favored team and also are the home team this game. So, let's see who Madden thinks is going to win this game. In real life, I would think the Bills win this game. The Bills are a really good team, and I feel like, you know, the Ravens do kind of choke in the playoffs a lot, especially with Lamar Jackson. But let's send to the end of the game and see what happens. All right. Ravens get the first score, 7-0. Bills now on the board, 7-7. Now it's 14-7. Bills looking for a response. Still 14-7 going into halftime. It's 21-7 going into halftime. Bills cannot put anything on the board. It is a blowout, 28-14, 31-14. Bills could do nothing offensively in this game, and that is the complete opposite of what happened last year. Last year, my God, the Bills blew out the Ravens last year in the simulation. This year in the simulation, they have the Ravens blowing out the Bills. So, yeah, that leads us into the conference championship games, which will be the Ravens versus the Chiefs and the Seahawks versus the Packers. The AFC championship game, according to Madden, is going to be the Chiefs versus the Ravens. I think Madden's going to pick the Chiefs to win this game. It just makes sense. I think the Chiefs are the better team, but who knows? Maybe the Ravens can make a playoff run this year. I don't know if this would... I think it'd be more likely the Chiefs and the Bills would be the AFC championship game in real life. But Madden thinks it's going to be the Chiefs and the Ravens. So, yeah, let's see who wins the game. All right. Ravens up 3-0 early on. Now they're up 10-0. Chiefs, can they get anything on the board? Chiefs can't do anything. It is 17-0 in halftime. Ravens, oh my God, 17-3, 24-3. The Chiefs have done nothing offensively and get blown out of the water. This is embarrassing. 44-3. I would be mad too if I was Andy Reid. I think that is some disrespect for the Chiefs. There is no way with Patrick Mahomes the Chiefs are getting blown out by that much. According to Madden, Ravens are going to be in the Super Bowl. I don't know about that. But hey, that's a Madden prediction, not mine. Now, time to send the NFC Championship game between the Seahawks and the Packers. The NFC Championship game, Packers versus Seahawks. As like I said throughout the video, Seahawks have already lost in real life, so obviously that's not going to happen. The Packers are one of the best teams in the NFC, so I would think the Packers win this simulation. They barely beat the Washington football team, though, and so far in these simulations, the Seahawks have done really well, so I would not be shocked if Madden puts the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, but they should put the Packers. In all honesty, they probably should. But yeah, let's send to the end of the game. Who will join the Ravens in the Super Bowl according to Madden? Seahawks, the early lead 3-0. Packers tied up 3-3. Now it's 10-3. Seahawks 17-3. Now it's 17-6. Can the Packers score a touchdown? 24-6. 24-13. Packers need another comeback. All their comeback is 24-19. Now they're in the lead, 27-24. 27-27. Will the Seahawks choke? Now they're in the lead, 30-27, and they're going to hold off the hard-charging Packers, 33-27. The Seahawks barely hold off the Packers in the simulation. And Madden, I'm sorry to tell you, you're a little off on this simulation. The Seahawks are last year's Patriots. That's kind of what's happening right now. And the Packers almost came back a second week in a row, but instead fall in the NFC Championship game. So Madden thinks it's going to be the Ravens and the Seahawks in the NFC Championship game. Let's see who Madden thinks is going to win the Super Bowl. For this simulation, it is the Ravens versus the Seahawks. Madden thinks this is going to be the Super Bowl. Let's see who Madden thinks is going to win the Super Bowl. Man, I would never have expected these to be the two teams Madden predicted. I thought for sure it'd be Packers and Chiefs, but hey, Madden sometimes is a little weird. Obviously, Seahawks aren't going to be there, but let's just see who wins it anyways. All right, Ravens off to an early lead, 3-0. Now Seahawks have a 7-3 lead. So far, no score. Pretty defensive right now. Seahawks 14-3 lead over the Ravens. Is Lamar Jackson choking? Looks like he is 17-3. Now 17-10. Seahawks have the lead, and not much is changing. It is still 17, and now it's 24-10. 24-17. Can Ravens make a comeback? No, they will not. And according to Madden, the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl 31 to 17? I never would have expected when I made this video that Madden would already be wrong before I uploaded it, but yeah, here we are. So yeah, according to Madden, they have the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl. Madden, I'm sorry, you're 0 for 2. And I didn't have to wait until the end of the playoffs to know that for a fact because of the Seahawks already lost like so many times. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it was like a day late. It was a couple days late, let's be honest. This game will be out probably while the Bears and Saints game is going on or just after, something like that. I wish I would have got this out earlier. I was a little busy. Sorry for that. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video anyways, and I'll see you all later. Peace.